I am 1 billion set apart and secure. I was Jesus Christ. I am the Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. I was crucified approximately 2,000 years ago. I was Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is my past. Jesus Christ sits on my throne. My throne is my ass. My ass is bisexual. So when I say I am 1 billion, okay, so the word billion it has different meanings. The word lion is in the word billion. The word bill is in billion. I suppose you've probably heard of the expression, Billy no mates. Well, that expression would be used to describe someone such as myself, because I have no mates, I have no friends, I do not socialize with anybody. So when I say I am 1 billion set apart, when I say set apart, I mean that I am by myself. Well, I'm surrounded by ghosts. Yeah. That would be true. But if we're not saying ghosts, well, I'm totally by myself. And I have been for a long time. And secure. Well, I am God. I am secure. Yeah, I would say so. But the thing about that is that I am the cure. You have to see me with your eyes. You have to be looking at me. I am the cure. It's like the story when I told Moses, make a bronze serpent and put it on a pole. So if any Israelites are bitten by snakes, if they would like to live, they need to look at the serpent on the pole. I am the cure. The problem is that the world doesn't like paying attention to me. And it seems that the only attention I ever seem to get seems to be negative attention. People seem to think I'm putting on a comedy act. I am not putting on a comedy act. I mean, perhaps some of the things I say sound funny. Well, okay, perhaps. Some things. But I am very serious about this as well. So, the thing about let me say something. The Catholic Church is going to be used by me for a special purpose. They The thing about the Catholic Church is that it has more than 1 billion followers. There are no other churches that have 1 billion followers or more. It's only the Catholic Church that has that. You know what Jesus said about those who harm children? He said that it would be better if a millstone was tied around their neck and they were thrown into the sea. So you may notice that there's another word which is million, million. Okay, lion. And the thing about the Catholic Church is, well, they've been involved in a lot of scandals. They have worshipped Mary when they shouldn't have done that. They've mixed pagan rituals. They've brought in false teachings. They have done many bad things. They've mixed good with bad. So, you know the story about Adam and Eve? And the story about the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So the idea of knowledge of good and evil, it seems to connect with the Catholic Church. They chose to mix good with bad. They took what was good and they kept what was bad, and they stirred the pot, didn't they? They stirred it all together, and then they called it the Catholic Church. They should have known better, shouldn't they? They really should have known better. They should have known that I mean, how long has it been? How long has it been since the Catholic Church was formed? You know, there was a time when Catholics weren't allowed to read the scriptures. And the Catholic Church was involved with many bad things. But then times changed, you know. Bibles were printed. People were able to read them. People were able to assess for themselves. They were able to read and learn. Yet a lot of people have stuck with the Catholic Church. And why is that? Well, it's because there are people in this world who see the power of God and they want it, but they do not love me in the way that they're supposed to. You know, when they take good and they mix it with bad, they're not doing what they were supposed to do. So, my suggestion, well, what I'm saying is that those who are of the Catholic faith are set apart for a particular purpose of mine. They have a price to pay for their sins because they haven't done what they were supposed to do. They've mixed good with bad. Oh, and let's not forget about Pope Francis, who they call Holy Father. Wasn't it Jesus who said, "Do not call anyone else on earth Father, except your Father in heaven"? So what is it with all these Catholic priests, or whatever they're called, right? Bishops, priests, whatever, right? Cool. And then they're always called Father, Holy Father, etc., etc. It is not acceptable. People treat the Pope as if he is God on earth. I am God on earth, and I have been here for 37 years, and nobody wants to listen to me. It's very interesting. Pope Francis has got bronchitis. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if I have bronchitis. If you listen to any of my videos, you'll hear that I cough a lot because I smoke. And I've been smoking 30 to 40 cigarettes a day for more than 20 years. You see, the reason Pope Francis is suffering from a chest infection problem is because there's a magic battle between him and me. He will die, and that'll be that. Okay? That's how it's gonna go. Catholics have been worshipping Mary. Mary is evil. Mary is of the world. You see, I was Jesus Christ. I was in Mary's womb once upon a time, and I came out of her womb. I did not make her a good person, but obviously I was born, and for that time she was considered my flesh mother. She was my flesh mother once upon a, back when I was Jesus. That's all she ever was, flesh of the world. And she used that as an opportunity to try to steal all of my power. She wanted the world to worship her. She didn't want people worshipping me. She wanted people worshipping her. That's what the world does. And that's what the Catholic Church does. There was no point where Jesus Christ said that you should pray to, when did Jesus Christ say that you should pray to Mary? Never. Ever. So why do Catholics do that? Well, it's because they are interested in worshipping Mary, even though they're not meant to. So they have to pay the price for that. That's how it is. What were Adam and Eve told about eating the forbidden fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil? They were told it would lead to death. I am death. Me, God. When I came 2,000 years ago, when I was Jesus Christ, I came to bring life in abundance. Now I'm here again. Well, I'm Father, and I am death. Magically, well, technically, well, if you know what the tarot is, perhaps you've heard of it, the tarot. Well, I am of the zodiac sign Scorpio, and that means I am associated with the death card. So when I say I am death, well, yes. In a sense, I am. Yeah. Isn't it interesting how the Catholics, they still want to do their sermons and everything, they want to do it all in Latin, the dead language. I used to study Latin when I was a kid at school. I was quite good at it for a while, but I gave it up. I couldn't be bothered with it any longer, so I stopped when I went to boarding school when I was about 13 or 14. Anyway, what else can I say? Oh yeah, let's not forget about all of the idols that the Catholic Church has. Pictures, images, statues, idols. You know, they have their rosary beads, they've got their weird rituals that they do. Oh, and let's not forget all the what do they call them again? I mean, it wasn't that long ago. Notre Dame Cathedral. What happened to it? It burned. Yeah. Did anyone take that as a sign? No. You know, what's it called? Notre Dame means Our Lady Church. How dare you call the church Our Lady Church or Mother Church? It's got nothing to do with her. The Catholic Church is full of sex, magic, rituals, pederasts, pedophiles. There's a lot of evil in the Catholic Church. So the Catholic Church will not be entering heaven unless the price is paid to me. The Pope needs to go. There shouldn't be any Pope. I should be the one who takes his place. First of all. That's how it should be. I'm the Holy Father. There is no other Holy Father. There's only one, that's me. How dare you worship someone else as me? Mary is the great prostitute. She is the one who rides the scarlet beast. That's me. Her ghost is on me. See, the thing about the Catholic Church is that they want to worship Mary. They don't care about me, God. They don't care about Jesus Christ. They care about Mary. She sits the queen while she says that her husband is dead. Yeah, that's her, the great prostitute. That's who she is. The fact is that Jesus didn't specifically say that to be the case. Yeah. But should that not be obvious? Should that not have crossed people's minds? Should that not have, there was enough information provided that people should have known better. Who was it who was crucified? Was it Mary? Is she the one who was bled to death and suffocated to death, crucified, mocked, insulted, murdered? No, it wasn't her. It was Jesus Christ. It was me. I find it really strange, some Catholics use the excuse, they feel more comfortable praying to Mary, as if I'm to be, that I'm too scary or something like that. I mean, this is the thing. If you betray me, well, you are going to fear me. That's the thing. If you do witchcraft against me, if you do not love me, then you will fear me. I promise you that. Yeah, you will. You have a really good reason to fear me now. You really do. I consider myself a gentle person to those I love, and I've been very gentle with people, I would say. The fact is, I am God. I have to do what I have to do. People have to pay the price for what they've done. People have to be taught a lesson. So I say I am 1 billion. The interesting thing is, while people associate Billy, the word Billy, with with goat, right? So, that's the thing. I say I am Father. Yeah, I'm Father to those who love me, but to those who hate me, well, they consider me Satan. They think I'm the devil. So, in one sense, I am the ram. I was the lamb that was slain. I am the ram. I am the dragon as well. I'm the dragon. And I'm the goat. The greatest of all time, as some people would say. Yeah? See, the people who want to say that, the people who want to say that the goat is the greatest of all time, well, guess what? To them, I'm Satan. And they're not going to like me. Because they went down the wrong path, didn't they? They really did. I am good. I'm God. But I also have my angry, wrathful side. The thing about that, though, is that I'm justified. My anger, my rage, my punishment for people, for evildoers, for sinners, for those who hate me, I'm totally justified in how I go about that. They will probably, a lot of people are going to call me Satan. They're going to call me the devil. They're going to hate me. They're not going to like me punishing them. But that's the thing. It's justice. Those who love me, those who I love, they will call me Father. They will understand my justice. They understand it. They know why I have to do what I have to do. It shouldn't be hard for them to understand it. Especially once I've explained it to them. Because, well, you know, some people need a bit of explanation first before they totally understand it. But the fact is that those who have hated me will pay the price. They are going to have to deal with being punished by me. I mean, the problem with the Catholic Church is that you have all these priests, and they are called by men and women, and little children as well, they call them Father. And a lot of them there are a lot of them that are homosexual, and there are a lot of them there have been a lot that have been involved with pederasty. Men going after little boys and pedophiles as well. And the fact is that it's an attack on me. It's attacking me, God. That's what it is. It's sex magic, it's witchcraft against me. That's what it is. Because you've associated my name with evil. You've associated my name with sinful things that you've done, that they've done. You've brought my name into disrepute, basically. And I have to correct that. There has to be a payment made for that. And after that's done, then we'll see what happens. But Catholics, I do not forgive Catholics. Catholics, they will not enter heaven. like I said, a payment has to be made. What has happened, what bad things have been, the bad things that have been done have to be corrected. Only once the correction has happened. Only once people have changed their evil ways and repented for their evil ways and paid for their evil ways, only then can anything potentially change. So, hopefully I've made myself clear enough. Dragon's got to clear his throat sometimes, yeah. Yep. I mean, the name of the church is blasphemous for a start. Cat's Holy See. Cat. Well, what's a cat? A cat is a pussy. Yeah? So a cat hole. Cat. So Pussy Holy, is it? It's the Pussy Holy Church, is it? Is that what it is? I mean, look at all the pictures. You know, they have pictures of Mary, and they have her in what looks like a vagina. Yeah. And they have all their relics, that they call them relics. Fake witchcraft items. They say, oh, they found it in Jerusalem and they've put it in a glass case and they've stuck it in a cathedral so people can go up to it and pretend that it's real and they can do witchcraft with it, and they call them holy relics. Blah, 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 blah. And all the stuff that's at the Vatican as well, you know. And all the things they have in the catacombs and underground. The Catholic Church has done a lot of evil things. So I will make sure they are punished for that. Okay?